I've always imagined my son's graduation as one of those perfect, movie-like moments, tears of pride, a heartfelt speech, maybe a clumsy dad joke that makes everyone groan. But life has a cruel way of flipping the script. That night, I stood in the banquet hall, surrounded by clinking glasses and making toasts, feeling like a man who'd walked into his own funeral. My wife's secret was now breathing in the same air as me, standing across the room, smiling like he belonged there. And then he raised his glass. To the man who raised my boy for me. The words cut deeper than any blade. A hush fell over the room. I felt everything at once, humiliation, disbelief. But I didn't move. I didn't speak. I just stood there holding my drink, my pulse pounding in my ears. Then my son turned to him. His expression was unreadable, but his voice was sharp as a knife. "You think you're my father?" He let the words hang in the air long enough for the tension to thicken. "I have something to say that will change everything." And with that, the room erupted into chaos. I met Lisa when we were both young and full of stupid dreams. She was the kind of woman who could walk into a room and make everyone believe in magic. I was just an ordinary guy who somehow got lucky enough to be noticed. When she told me she was pregnant, I had never felt so terrified or so alive. I promised her then that I'd be the best father in the world. And I tried. Every late-night fever, every scraped knee, every soccer game. I was there when our son Daniel said his first word. I was the one who heard it. When he cried about a monster in his closet, I was the one who checked under the bed. I thought we were happy. I thought we were a family. But looking back, I should have noticed the cracks. The way Lisa smiled, less the late-night phone calls. The unexplained absences. I should have known there was another man in the shadows, waiting for his moment. The night of Daniel's graduation, I already had a feeling something was wrong. Lisa was too nervous, her laughter too forced. And then he arrived. I didn't know his name then, but I knew his face. A man doesn't forget the look of someone who thinks he's won. When he raised his glass and made that toast, it was like the ground beneath me collapsed. I wanted to hit him. I wanted to smash my glass against the table and make him regret ever stepping into my life. But I didn't because Daniel spoke first. "You think you're my father?" His voice was calm, but his hands were clenched into fists. The entire room was silent, all eyes darting between him and the man who had just tried to steal my life under me. Daniel stepped forward looking directly at the man who had broken my family apart. My real father is the man who stayed up with me when I was sick, who taught me how to ride a bike, who helped me with my homework, even when he was dead tired from work. My real father is the man who put me before himself every single time. He turned to me then, and for a moment, all the pain in my chest disappeared. "You're my father," he said. "And no one else." I saw Lisa's face go pale. I saw the other man's smirk drop. But I didn't care, because my son had just chosen me. The night should have ended with applause, with laughter, with celebration. Instead, it ended with Lisa breaking down in tears, guests awkwardly slipping out, and the man who had just shattered my life standing there realizing he had lost. Lisa tried to explain. I tried to tell me that it wasn't like that. That she never meant for it to happen. But I couldn't hear any of it. The only thing I cared about was Daniel. He stood by my side, unshaken, like he had been waiting his whole life to say those words. "I'm sorry, Dad," he said later that night when we were alone, for what I asked, my voice raw. For not seeing it sooner. I put my hand on his shoulder, and for the first time in years, I didn't feel like I had lost everything. Because maybe, just maybe, I hadn't. People say betrayal is the worst pain. Maybe they're right. But what no one tells you is that sometimes in the wreckage, you find something even stronger. Lisa left that night. I don't know where she went, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't care. That man who thought he had a claim on my son never showed his face again. But Daniel, He stayed. And that was enough.